All right, guys. All right. What's going on? All right. Now, what we're going to do today is what we're doing is our sneak preview. All right. We're doing our sneak preview of what we have upcoming for our masterclass. All right. Where we're going to be talking about basically breaking things down for you guys with getting leads on Facebook. All right. And when I'm saying breaking it down, because, you know, we have some awesome training, obviously, right? We have some awesome training. But here's the deal. It's awesome, but it's people still losing, right? It's people still losing. As you come on, mute yourself, okay? People still losing. Now, why are people losing? I had to ask myself that. Why are people still losing? Well, it's a couple of reasons, right? You know, one, and I did a live about this the other day, but one is because the people themselves, right? The person themselves don't take things seriously, right? They don't do any work. But the other part is because a lot of times things are not as clear to everyone about what they're supposed to be doing, or, you know, we run into a stumbling block, right? Where we don't understand something and we're off doing it like this because we thought that's what it meant, but that's not what it meant. And we didn't know that we was wrong. We didn't even know to ask, right? And so you wind up going all the way off to the left and you wind up staying losing, right? So I, you know, came up with this masterclass because after paying for coaches and things of that nature, right? You know, myself, I've actually had a lot better clarity, right? Which is why, you know, I've had the success that I've had. But what is the purpose of, you know, me having success and I can't help others have success? That like literally doesn't even make sense in my book, right? If it did, I wouldn't do what I do. I wouldn't teach other people how to do stuff, right? So that's why you guys are here, all right? So what we're doing today is I'm giving you guys an overview of what we're going to be doing for the upcoming 8+ weeks. All right, so you guys know exactly what you're in for. We have some new people here today who are, you know, checking us out and all that good stuff. And some more people may be joining us when we start the official class. All right, so I'm going to be going through some things and giving you guys a chance to ask some questions about the upcoming 8 weeks after I go through this. So if you haven't already done so, grab a pen and paper so you can jot down questions as we go. So that way at the end, if it's something that I didn't cover for you as far as what we're going to be doing for the next 8 weeks and how you can take part in that and all of that good stuff, and then you can ask at the end. So grab a piece of paper and a pen so you can do that. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out. All right. And I'm going to go up here on my trusty whiteboard up here. Can you guys see that? Just give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can see. All right. Pascal said he can see. Give me a thumbs up if you can see. If you guys don't give me a thumbs up and you're just sitting there with that like screen that you have up there, Dorothy, like you have like still screen where like it looks like you're not moving. I don't know if you can see or not, you know? So just let me know the thumbs up. All right, cool. All right. So first off, when I'm saying this is going to be 8+ weeks, right? What I'm talking about is I've narrowed things down to 8 sections. Okay, there's 8 sections that we need to cover. All right, to really kind of let you guys know what things need to be talked about as far as like what's actually needed versus some of the stuff that you might have thought you needed, but you really don't need it up front to start actually having results, right? As you go, if there's other things you want to add on, so be it. But the things that I'm going to teach you are things that I know for a fact work, right? For a fact, right? And I know for a fact they are the minimalistic things that you need to get traction faster. And when I say fast, I want to clarify. I'm not talking about, oh, this is a 30-day process. No, there's not a person on here that I ever led to believe that that's how it works, right? But I'm talking about there are some network marketers, a lot of network marketers out there, right? That, you know, they've been doing this like 2 years and haven't made their first $1,000 in a total year. Nobody started out for that. Nobody signed up for that. Nobody said, oh, I'm going to sign up and I'm just joining the high level and I'm not going to make $1,000 for 2 years. Like nobody agreed to that, right? So that's what I mean by some things that I found that we can do that maybe you may see top earners. You're like, well, they're not doing that. They're not doing this yet because they got a brand and you don't, right? So I know how it is when you don't have a brand starting out, and I know the dips and turns that I had to take, the things that I had to do that other marketers who are already winning didn't have to do because they did it before I even got online. And so a lot of times we get out there and we're trying to follow exactly what we see them do, but you ain't realize what they had to do already, right? So I'm going to shorten that learning curve for you in these upcoming 8 weeks, okay? And they're going to be held so that you know the schedule, okay? The second and fourth Friday of each month at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, is when they'll be held. All right, that's when they'll be held. All right. Now, now in the future, this will be a standalone course in the future. Okay, so right now it is a course that VIPs are able to buy into, purchase. Some of you guys are already in. Some of you guys just purchased to get in, right? But in the future, it is going to be a standalone, which means the price is going to be higher. Okay, so you understand that. All right, so what you guys are going to see here, a lot of you guys are already in. Don't worry, we'll talk about price at the end, you know, so don't be like, well, D, how much is this? Like, I'm gonna need y'all to follow along, right? Because I know how sometimes y'all do it, right? I definitely will recommend, as much as possible, catch it live. Okay, now there will be replays available. All right, it takes about 72 hours before I put up a replay, and you guys will have access to the replays, right? Now the difference between it is the replays will be available during this 8+ weeks, basically until we finish the course, right? This master class that we're doing, right? So for anyone who happens to be a monthly VIP, right? Once the course ends, right, you'll have access to these replays up until the course ends. Once the course ends, you won't have access to the replays, okay? The replays will no longer be up for you. Now, if you are a yearly VIP, right, then you still will have access to the replays, okay? You'll have access to these replays even after the course ends, okay? So you'll be able to replay it over and over, all right? Because you're on a yearly, you will have that for the whole year, just keep replaying over and over, all right? So that is one big difference right there. So try to catch it live, you know, as well, because of the Q&A. Think about it, guys. If you don't show up live, for whatever reason, you know, I'm not your parent, right? But for whatever reason, you don't catch it live, and you're like, oh my gosh, now I got questions. Well, you need to wait till the next class, right? That's just what that is, right? Because we're gonna go really in depth in these classes to make sure that you guys, you know, actually understand. Because the goal is not to just give you information and then have you lost. The goal is to give you information that you actually can start using, which means you have to understand it. Okay, now each session will be anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours. Okay, because some of the sessions will take a little bit longer to go into than others, so it'll typically range anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours per session. Also too, because we'll have up to 30 minutes of Q&A at the end of each session, right? Because like I said, this is not about just giving you information. It's about giving you information and making sure that there's clarity with that information. Because when there's clarity, there's things that you actually can get done and start seeing some success in your business. If you haven't, I know some of you guys have already started seeing success in the VIP, and that's awesome. All right. Also, for most of the sessions, you will receive homework, all right? For most of them, not every single one, unless I feel that it's necessary, right? But most of them you will receive in a homework assignment. Why? Because it's necessary. Because it's just like when you go to school, right? The teacher talks about something, but then when you leave the class, right? If you decide that you want to leave that, I'm going to leave that at school, right? Then you don't retain information, and you don't go do what they said to do. You don't do the homework, right? You just think you're going to retain everything that they said in that one class. You're not actually practicing and put it into motion, right? Then you're not going to get used to doing it, which means you're not going to get used to understanding it. And once again, if you don't understand, then you won't have success with something because you don't have clarity. And this is all about helping you guys getting that clarity on this process, okay? So you will be having homework, all right? Let's see, what else? Okay, now what I want to do now is I want to go into showing you guys the sections that we're going to cover, okay? Showing you guys the sections, how I laid it out, what we're going to cover, you know, as far as like the sections we're going to cover, but also why I chose those sections, so you guys can understand. Because, you know, I know some of you guys are in other trainings and this, that, and the third, and that's fine. It is what it is, right? But I want you guys to understand the direction that I'm going, right? So once again, you have clarity, you'll understand why I'm going to teach it in such an order, right? Because like even for us who we have MLSP, right? They go in a certain order, right? But there are some things that I saw, and I understand why they do the order they do, but there's some things I said, well, man, I didn't get confused, right? But keep in mind, I was already making some money before I came to MLSP, right? I said, I didn't get confused, but I see why some other people might be getting confused because they're thinking about this, but they didn't do this. So then they don't really know how they're supposed to put this together. So that's why I just switched up the order a little bit and I added in a little bit of the spice as far as like some little hidden secrets that I do, you know what I'm saying, to get faster results. And it like literally works. So I'm going to teach y'all that too. All right. So let me take this down and we're going to go over the topics that we're going to be talking about throughout this 8+ weeks. And once again, I'm saying 8+ weeks because it's 8 topics. And, you know, each week that we do will be dedicated to a topic. But if one of them has to be broken up into 2 weeks, then so be it, right? Because, you know, if a topic is going to take like 4 hours, then we're just going to break it up. But it's still got to be covered, okay? So let's talk about these topics. All right. Let me ask you guys. I'm going to pick somebody. So, you know, hopefully y'all paying attention because I'm going to pick somebody. I like to call people out, right? What's one thing that you think is important when it comes to getting leads on Facebook? Sandra, what's one thing that's important? What aspect is important? Talk to me. Sandra? Y'all know when y'all be putting that still picture up there, I'm still going to call on y'all, right? Okay, she can't use her voice right now. She said engaging, okay? Sandra said engaging, all right? Oh, I know what it is because I muted you, didn't I, Sandra? Okay, and yeah, sometimes my spelling gets off just because I'm writing fast, so don't y'all be laughing. I'll be trying to play it up. All right. Karina, what's one thing that's important on Facebook about when it comes to getting leads? What's one thing that's important?
The way you appear at least one step ahead of your audience.
Okay, so your authority.
Very much, ma'am.
All right, and tell me one more thing. Let me switch up the question. What do you guys think will be the first thing that you would work on if you're going to be marketing on Facebook? What would be the first thing that you think that you would look at? Let me see.
Oh, are you asking me or?
Oh, no, I wasn't asking you. You answered that one. Thank you. Pam. What would be one of the first things, what would be the first thing that you think that you would work on if you're going to be marketing on Facebook?
Having a presence on a regular basis.
Being consistent?
Being consistent.
That would be like the first thing that you work on is being consistent?
Yes, and being upbeat.
You said being what? Upbeat?
Right, upbeat.
Like positive.
Positive.
Okay. All right. Now, all right. Thank you, Pam. Now, I appreciate you. All right. Now, you see, we got some different answers there, right? We got some different answers. And this proves my point of why we need this. Everybody got different answers, right? Right? Now, let me show you my answer, right? And before you say, well, yeah, there's more than one way to get to something, I'm going to explain to you why my answer is what it is so that you can understand why I'm putting it first. It is not engaging. Engaging means like when you're doing your Facebook Lives and stuff. How you engaging and you don't have an audience yet? It's out of order. That's all I'm saying. It's out of order, right? Authority. Engaging properly is going to definitely give you authority. Once again, how you engage, you don't even have an audience yet. Just saying. There's an order to this, right? But see, when you don't understand the order, you're going to really be focused on the wrong thing. Consistency is meaning you showing up consistently, right? But you don't have an audience. I mean, I could show up to the doggies on the street. If that ain't my audience, then I'm showing up in vain, right? But you see what I'm talking about. The order that you do things, because if you do it out of order or an order that it doesn't mesh, then it's just going to take forever and maybe never happen. So this is where we're going to start. And I'm looking at my notes here to make sure this is the order we went in. Yeah, this is. All right, we're gonna start with the profile. This is why. If you don't have a brand yet, and most people don't start out with a brand, like I don't know anybody who starts out with a brand, but you know, if you don't have a brand yet, right? People gonna be looking at you. When you try and friend request them, they're gonna go check out your profile, right? And in order for you to be posting, engaging, posting lives, right? People gonna be looking, and then guess what they're gonna be looking at, man? They're gonna be looking at this. They're gonna be looking at, it's like, they're gonna be looking at your clothes, which is this, your profile, right? So this is why we're gonna start with profile, because we know once we go ahead and start engaging, we wanna give them something to look at, because they're gonna be looking. So we're gonna start with a profile, right? So I'm gonna, what I'm gonna cover in that is showing you guys some key areas to fix in the profile, okay? And it may not be major fixes. For some people, it'll be major fixes, but it's gonna be some key areas to fix, and I'm gonna show you my strategy about the links that you put in your profile, where you put them, how many you put them, and the ones you put, and why you put them where you put them, okay? Because there's a method to it, right? It's not about having 500 different links and people going all over the damn place. No, we got to be very intent when we market. All right, the next thing, and once we looking right, we're looking pretty, you know, how are we going to do? What do you guys think the next thing that we would consider in this process, right? What's Krishinta, what do you think would be the next thing we would consider in this process? Because right now all we did was fix our profile. What do you think would be, I'm trying to unmute you, I don't know if you did, okay. What do you think would be next of importance in this process? And we're taking this from the standpoint of a beginner, meaning that let's say it's somebody who literally just got on Facebook. The reason I'm saying that is because everybody got to do that same process, right? So what would be next of importance for us? What do you think?
Well, I had said this for number one, but since you said profile first, I forgot about that. I was gonna say targeting and audience.
Girl, you right on point. This is that VIP right there. Yes. Now explain to me why. Let's see if we're on the same page. Explain to me why.
Because all your marketing efforts are defined based on who your audience is. So you don't want to waste your time marketing to the wrong people, because they're not gonna buy what you want anyway.
Yes. Wasting all your time talking about the wrong thing to the wrong people, because you don't even know who you're supposed to be talking to. We're going to get into help you guys figure out whoever your target audience is, and it may not be who you thought it was. Sorry, right? It is what it is. Thank you, Christian. So that was awesome. Thank you. All right, that was what we're going to do next. Now, the next thing we're going to deal with is talking about your product. Now, before you say, I already got a product. Because y'all got a product, right? You can say, I got a product. Well, if your product is not serving these people, y'all got a hiccup right here. If your product is not serving them, you got a hiccup. Because you don't put product before people. This is why Krishinta said here. Because if you're not in the business of helping people, you in the wrong business. Because you make money when you help people. You don't make money when you sell product. You make money when you help people. Okay? People got money. Product don't got money. You understand? Like, put it that way, right? People got the bread. Product don't got the bread. So you better help the people so they'll give you the bread, right? So therefore, people come first. So now you got to make sure whatever product you're promoting is in line with the target audience, that it's going to solve the problem that you hope them to solve. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna help you narrow down this based on, you know, things about yourself, and then we're gonna make sure that you got the right product. If you don't, you need to go get it. If you do, you're good. But it is what it is. It ain't gonna change the fact that that's what goes next. Now, once we have our profile looking pretty good to go, right? We're not looking like a scam artist over here, and everybody's thinking we're a scam and everything, right? And we got the right target audience, and we got the right product that we're gonna promote, right? All right, now what do you think would be next? We got the audience, we know who our audience is, we know who our audience is, we know who our product is. What do you think would be next that we would need to make sure that we understand in this process? I'll put it that way. Let's see, Dorothy, What do you think would be next that we need to make sure that we understand? I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like target product.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Okay. No problem. No problem. Well, think it out for a minute, Dorothy. Think it out. Right?
Offers. There we go.
Huh?
Offers.
Offers. All right. Well, offers is when it's time to like get to the selling and stuff, you know. So we sure enough ain't selling yet. Sure.
Oh, okay. So value.
Yes, girl. See, you talking about you ain't know.
I zoned out.
It's all good. Value, right? You gotta. Here's the deal. I did a post the other day, right? And some of you guys probably saw it. And I gave the definition of value so that you guys would understand. And I'm going to give it again, you know, when we start this masterclass, you guys will actually understand what value is. But not only am I going to help you understand what value is, I'm going to give you examples and show you where to find it. Because here's the deal. First, you don't know what it is, right? This is what happens to us. First, we don't know what it is. I'm going to tell you what it is, right? On this masterclass. Then next, you're like, oh, that's awesome. Where I find value. It's all right. I'm gonna show you where to find it. Predictably, consistently, right? So that all you gotta do is go and get it. Okay? I'm gonna show you that. But yes, you gotta have to, at that point now you have to understand the value. Because how you gonna engage and you don't have the value to engage with? Like, what you got? And I'm gonna tell you why. And in value, we're gonna talk about all the types of posts that you do, right? So don't worry. But this is one thing. People out here, we out here, we trying to follow the people who are already done hit 7 and 8 figures, right? And y'all see them posting their, you know, their nice lifestyles. Like, well, not necessarily nice because hell, we all can have a nice lifestyle. But let's say like they're in the ocean or something. They're always at the beach or something, right? We see them posting that, and so we're like, oh man, we can't post that. We don't live by the water or whatever. Right? Or they're always having fun, right? Check this out. If don't nobody know you, don't nobody give 2 hoots and nanny about how much fun you having. Because they don't know you yet. They know them. So that's why they're like, oh, I want to have fun like you. But they don't know you yet. So they're like, who is this? Okay, yeah, that's nice. Next. This is why y'all getting like, some people are getting like 200 comments and likes, but it's not equaling to the money. Why do I care about 200 comments and likes if nobody is seeing me in a valuable manner to buy something from me? It's very few of mine. You're going to see like 200 comments. I just don't get that type of reach. But my bank account does. Because if you pay attention to what I post, all you got to do is look at my timeline. I'm high on this. There's a reason for that. Because I wanted to cut the learning curve, cut the curve of me trying to have everybody like me for 2 years before they want to spend $1,000. Value, you're going to learn how to give value to the right audience. So because it's about them. And they don't know me, so they don't care how many times I go to the beach. They don't even know me. They care what is in it, what is in it for them, right? So that's why that is next. Now, once we understand how to give the value, we got to give the value to somebody. So that's where we get to the build, right? I'm going to tell you guys how to build up your audience, right? Now, why do you think, and this is a question I'm about to unmute somebody. Why do you think that we have build down here? Why do you think it's down here versus like first? Like, I mean, I want some answers on this. Michelle, go ahead. Michelle Robot. Yeah, you there. Michelle, why do you think build is down here versus like first or second or third or whatever? Like, what's your thought process? Think about what happens when you start to friend request people. You know, like building up your audience. Think about what they're doing. What are they gonna do when they friend request you? What are they gonna do? What are they most likely gonna do? Because I do it. You know, most of us do it.
Your profile.
Right. And what are they looking at you? They're looking at your profile to see, like, you know, if you look like an axe murderer or something. But then what they do, they're on the profile, just profile stuff. Then what do they do after that?
They're looking at what you're posting about.
Exactly. They start scrolling. Let me see what she talking about. So if you don't have no value to give, when you start building these people and they see that you just keep putting good morning, good morning, good morning. They're like, what? They're like, why she even friend request me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's psychology, right? But I'm going to show you how to build your audience, right? I thank you, Michelle. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to show you how to build your audience, and that's what's next, okay? Next. Now, the other thing that we use is groups. Now, some of us, we go into, well, some of y'all, I don't do that no more, to try and actually get leads and sales, you know, because it's low, you're not going to get as many, I'll put it that way. When you go into groups, it's not about going into the groups that you think, the network marketing groups, like the ones that literally say network marketing, right? You get very few, you know, bites out of there, right? I'm going to show you how to choose a group that's appropriate, more appropriate for you, meaning where your people, your ideal audience, your target audience, right? The people who you want, these people, like where they're already chilling at. So it's like, if I want to eat crabs today, right? Let's just say I want to eat some crabs, right? Am I gonna go to McDonald's, or am I gonna go to Joe's Crab Shack? Which I don't know if y'all got that, but it literally says Crab Shack in it, you know. So this crab place, right? I'm gonna go to McDonald's. You might be like, well, somebody might have brought a crab there to cook one day. We don't do no hope marketing, right? We go where the crab's at. If we want crabs, we go where they're at. So I'm gonna find out where they are, right? So you can go and get them. And at this stage, this is when I'm also gonna show you my D2 method, right? That's my private strategy, but I do it predictably to have people, you know, ready to connect with me, you know, happy to be, you know, talking to me and stuff, and we get to talking, and next thing you know, boom, there's the sale, right? But I'm going to show you that in the groups. I'm going to show you that secret method. I actually figured it out on my own. Nobody ever taught me that, and it just works predictably. Like I literally, as soon as I locate a group, right? I actually just stumbled upon a group. I didn't join the group to do the D2 method in. I joined the group because I was actually modeling the person who was running the group. I liked the way they rock, right? And then I saw the opportunity to do the D2. So I'm in the process of doing the D2 there, and I'm going to teach you guys the D2 method, and it works predictably. As long as you're doing the rest of these things in order, like I lay out, it works predictably, right? And then from there, I'm going to show you some tools that I use to help speed things along, okay? To help speed things along. Then from there, that's where we go into the offers, as you guys said, the sell, right? Sell. This is the part right here where people are like, I don't know what to say in the inbox. I don't know. I need a script. These are human beings. They ain't robots. They ain't no scripts. But guess what it is? I want y'all to think about this logically for a minute. Logically. If you don't set up your profile to look like, you know, you're a real person, right? And you strategically place some links in some places, what I'm going to tell you. You have went out and found the right audience that you want to help. You got the right product line that is what they need. You done learn where to get content that they care about. You done learn to build the audience of them. You done went into the group where they hang out, and you use the tool just to make it faster, right? Just to make the process faster of what you got to do while you're in that group. You just think about this logically. By the time they get over here in your inbox, right, which is where the selling be taking place, right? Because we don't, you know, just like throw our links all over Facebook, right? You know, we have combos with people in the inbox, right? By the time they get over here, they are nearly pre-sold. And notice I said nearly, okay? They may have a few more questions, you know, whatever, but you're going to have way less people coming over here talking about, can I marry you, right? Because they try to make marriage proposals, right? You're going to have less people doing that. You're going to have less people. Notice I didn't say never, right? Because you're going to have some people that you accept their friend request because they sent it, and you're like, okay, that seems like a decent person, but they haven't went through the process, and it is what it is, right? You're going to have less people over here trying to turn you into their prospect, meaning pitch you. Like, they came to you, but then all of a sudden they're trying to sell you. I'm going to tell you one reason why that happens, right? One reason why that happens is because they don't even see you as an authority figure. They see you as a peon. I'm telling you the truth. See you as a peon. They're like, yeah, she ain't winning. They don't look at your profile. She ain't winning. Because they don't see you putting no value. She ain't winning. Right? She need me. So I'm going to friend request her. So then I'm going to pretend to be her friend. And then I'm going to try and get her to my thing because I got the upper hand. They see you as a peon. But when you take this process, I get less of those people. I'm not saying I don't get none, because some of them just don't go through the process. It'd be what it be, right? But I get way less of those people trying to treat me like a peon. So when people approach me here, it's on a, hey, you got a moment? Can I talk to you? They treating me like a human being. Feel me? Hey, you got a moment? Can I talk to you for 10 minutes or so? And then we have a convo and we see where it goes. I have way more of that. This is why the close rate is higher, right? Because we on the same level, we talking to human beings now versus they trying to treat me like a little peon or something, right? Like, you need me, even though they came to you. Like, what? That don't even make sense. That's why this is a lot easier for me. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break it down to you on, it's only 2 things that you need to worry about here. There's only 2 things. It's only like 2 questions, like literally. Everything else is conversation leading up to, you know, answering that question, but it's only 2 questions that you need to worry about. And I'm going to tell you what those questions are. Right? So even if you don't remember nothing else, as far as like what somebody done told you about some script or something, because I'm not going to give you a script, you know, you remember them 2 questions. Boom. It's only 2 questions. It's only 2. It's only 2. Right? And your close rate is going to go a little higher. And then what happens when you follow this process, you just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Right? And then the universe, because y'all know I'm big on mindset, right? The universe is going to start lining up. It's going to start lining up. And then that's where the money's going to come out, right? It's going to come out over here. It's just going to start lining up because you're doing the things that you need to do to get out there and not have this stuff take, you know, 2 years to make $1,000 out here. Like, come on. Serious? That's a hobby. You got time for that, right? You sign up for that, right? So that's why I'm going to take you through this process, right? And once you go through this process, then you'll be able to do these things as part of your daily routine, right? And for some people, it'll take a little bit longer than others, right? Like, I can do this process now, depending if my engagement for the day is going to be a live. Y'all know I can get a little long-winded on my lives, so there's that. But let's say I don't get long-winded on my lives, right? I can probably do this in let me see. Well, a couple of these things are already going to be done. So I do that for about 15 minutes. And if I do 2 of them, that's like 15 minutes. I could probably do it like maybe an hour and a half, but starting out, it probably took me like maybe 2.5 hours a day to do it. And I'm talking about intently doing the things that I'm going to show you to do, right? So I'll tell you right now, there are people like, oh, you could build your business 30 minutes a day, right? You got a brand already, but shit, you probably already built it if you already got a brand. Think about that for a minute, right? If you don't have a brand already, you still trying to make it. In 30 minutes ain't even long enough to go and get some proper content. This is why you're up there. Well, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump on and do a quick live. I'm gonna just do a quick live and just give an update, or you know, just say hi. Nobody cares about your hi when they don't know you yet. We not Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan get on and be like, sup? Everybody like, yeah, right? But we get on there and like, sup? They're like, yeah, I'll never tune into her live again, right? They're like, that was a total waste of time. We ain't got time to do that, right? So I'm going to show you guys how not to do that so you can get to where you guys want to be, right? Which is whatever the next step is. If you haven't made a sale, their whole goal is for you to make a sale, right? If you've made 1,000, the goal is to make the 1,100, 1,200, whatever it is, right? For you to take the next step, is the point. Wherever you know you are, it's the point is for you to take the next step. Because here's the reality. If you could make $100, you could make $1,000. If you could make 1,000, you could make 10,000. If you could make 10,000, you know, on and on, right? And I know it sounds crazy, but it's actually true, right? All right, so those are the things that we're going to be talking about over the next 8 weeks, and we're going to be going into each one of these on the class. 1, homework. 2, homework, so on and so forth. If I feel that any of these need to be broken down into 2, you know, sessions, then we'll break it down. But this is what we're going to be talking about, all right, including this method here that I had to learn on my own, and that it just works like wildfire when you do this. And you guys can just look at my profile and you'll see, you know, the things that I'm doing. You see the things that I talk about, right? As far as I'm not talking about, like, even though I have a weight loss product, I don't talk about weight loss because that's not what I'm bringing to my audience, right? But we're going to talk about how do you talk to your audience if you're in weight loss or whatever you're in, right? If you're in Forex, how you talk to your audience, right? Because sometimes you don't know. All right, we're going to talk about that, right? Is this making sense? If this is making sense, put a thumbs up. I want to know if this is making sense to you guys. Pascal said yes. What kind of animated thumbs up is that? Dorothy, Karina, what kind of animated? See, y'all got some old technical stuff going on. Okay, y'all got reactions.
Hey, D, it's the reactions button.
I see now. I'm like, hold on. Y'all better not be giving me the finger. Y'all ain't right. All right. All right. So now the other thing that we are going to, that you guys are going to have to bring to the table if you guys are moving forward with this masterclass, okay? That you're going to have to bring to the table, meaning that you literally got to work on it now, right? It's like, it's not negotiable. Like, if you like, I don't want to work on what you about to put up here, D, well, then just don't come to the masterclass. That's fine. I'm not trying to force you. I'm just letting you know, if you don't do it, then this is not, nothing's going to work for you if you don't do this. And this ain't my law. This is just universal law. This, I ain't making this up. That comes first, right? Before any marketing can happen. All right. You guys got to be working on this every single day. Okay. Every single day. And before we leave here, I'll give you guys a suggestion that I use, just in case you don't have your own suggestion, so that you can start working on this. Okay. This is important. Let me talk for a minute so you understand how important this is. Let's play a game. Let's play a game. Now, some of y'all don't play this game, so don't y'all be cheating. But I'm going to ask a question. Yeah, I'm going to ask a question, and you can get 30 seconds. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer. I'm going to unmute somebody and give me 30 seconds. Now, let's say this is a game where it's a contest. People have to vote. And, you know, depending upon what you say, you might win. Let's say what's at stake is like $100, right? So your answer is going to determine if people will vote for you to win $100, like for real, right? Now, here's a question. If I say, okay, it's $100 at stake, like $100 cash, right? I just want you to tell me, like, why you deserve the $100, right? Now, it's like, you know, multiple of y'all in here, but tell me why I should give it to you. Like, why you deserve $100. I'm not going to call on you, Dorothy, because I know you know the answer. And Kershinta, you probably know the answer too. Don Taylor. Why? Tell us in 30 seconds, why do you deserve the $100? And there's other people up here, they said they want it too. Like, why do you deserve it? Go.
Well, I think I deserve it because I have an opportunity at my hand that I think that if I explore it the right way and follow the guidelines that presented to me verbatim, that I will show that sponsor that I am diligent and I am worthy of your $100 and preferably more.
That's 30 seconds, but we did get the gist. I was counting. All right. Now I'm going to call on somebody else. All right. And we're going to see who wins. Not for real. Pascal. I'm about to unmute you, Pascal. Tell me why you deserve the $100, I'm trying to unmute you. Okay, there you go. Tell me in 30 seconds why, or tell all of us why you deserve the $100 when they want it too, but why do you deserve it? Go.
Because when you looked at your account, I made you the most money.
Okay.
I made the most money for the upline.
Oh, you made the most money to the upline.
Right.
Okay. 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 Well, let's say, what if the $100? Let me rephrase it, because I understand what you're saying. You're thinking like, if I'm giving you the 100. So what if everybody's contributing to the 100? Like, in order for them to play, they gotta put in the money that actually adds up to the 100. So they're not your upline. You feel what I'm saying? So money is coming from me. So let's rephrase it that way, because I see what you're saying. So now tell me why, even though all of them put some money in, they want to win the money. Let's say everybody put in like $10, right? So they want to turn their 10 into 100, and so do you put in $10. So why do you deserve that whole 100? Tell me.
Because I'm the best.
Is that the only answer? Hey,
That's it. That's it.
Okay. Pascal said because he's the best. Awesome. Good answer, Pascal. Good answer. Now, one more person. Sandra. In 30 seconds or less, if that's what you need, like Pascal, right? Sandra, unmute yourself. Okay. Tell us in 30 seconds. All these people done chipped in, you know, for this 100 because they want to win. They want to turn their 10 into 100, right? And you put in 10 too, right? Why do you deserve the $100 though? Why do you deserve it?
Because I think I'm the best and the money wants to come to me.
Is that the end of the answer?
That's the end of my answer.
All right, good answer. All right, let me read you. Great answers, guys. Now, because I was saying some of that stuff too, but this is why we got to understand the mindset and understand this marketing and everything, right? Here's the real deal. Nobody gives two hoot nanny that you think you're the best, Pascal. Nobody gives two hoot nanny that you think you're the best, Sandra. And nobody gives a hoot nanny that you think you deserve the money because of all these things that you said about yourself. Don, this is all these people care about. What's in it for them? So an answer would have been, man, if y'all go ahead and vote for me, I'm going to show y'all this secret strategy of da-da-da-da. Or y'all go ahead and vote for me, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all each $1 back, whatever, right? If you ain't providing enough for your audience, don't nobody give two hoots and nanny about that. I deserve it because I work hard, or I deserve it because I'm the best. Who know you the best? Like what you did for us. That's like Michael Jordan coming by, right? And he's popular, right? But that's like him coming up to my door right now and be like, D, give me $100. Why? Because I'm Michael Jordan. Man, close my door. I don't care because you Michael Jordan, what you got for me. That's how the audience is. If you're not providing value to the audience, then they're not going to give you the money. They don't care that you think you're the best. They don't care that you feel like you will do something great with the money. They care, what are you bringing to them right now? What you got for me? What you got for me, right? So when we understand that, right, then you're definitely going to understand why the target audience is like the center focus, and the mindset is going to help us stay on track with, I'm going to release the things that I was taught before that wasn't working for me because I don't want to continue with insanity, meaning keep on doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results. I'm going to release that, and I'm going to open up my mind to this 8+ week master course that I'm about to do. I'm going to open up my mind to that, to receive this marketing. I'm going to stay positive about it, even though it may be in a different order than what I'm used to. I'm going to trust this process because it ain't like somebody telling you to jump off a bridge, right? I'm going to trust this process, and I'm going to switch my mind from just looking at it from my view and look at it from the view of the person who got the money that I want anyway. Base it around them. Then it's going to come out in your marketing message. It's going to come out in your product line. You ain't going to be up here talking about, well, I promote for Modere, and we got health and we got weight loss stuff, and we got chemicals. House supplies that doesn't have toxins. So I want to help people lose weight, but I want to sell the house supplies too because they might want to buy that. I mean, you literally just said you want to help them lose weight. Why? Like, so who's really being served by you trying to sell them household products? You. Be real with it. You. Right? So all this ties in. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Does that make sense? That's what I'm talking about, Dorothy. That's what I'm talking about. Good, 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 good. All right. So now you guys know the layout. For everyone who is moving forward with the masterclass, like I said, most of you guys, you know, are in. You know, but if we do have some visitors, I will find out after the fact. What I'll be doing is I'll basically give you this outline here, right? Give you this outline so that way you can bring it with you and you can jot down questions, all right? Because there is homework, all right? Now, what is the homework? Yes, there's homework. Yes, yes. Yes, there's homework. All right, what is homework? What is homework? Homework is 15 minutes a day. Work on mindset. If you don't have a meditation that you use or whatever, you can just go to YouTube. If you want, you could go to YouTube and look up Bob Proctor. You Were Born Rich. You Were Born Rich. And you can listen to his 10-hour seminar, 15 minutes a day. That's the one I use actually, but you can do that one or any one that you already use, you can do that. Also, once you get the outline, jot down any questions that you have so that you can bring them to the next session, right? So jot down questions that you have about anything on the outline. So that way, once we get to that section, we can make sure that we get clarity through the training. And if it still isn't clear, we make sure we get those, okay? And that is it for your homework, all right? Everybody got that? 15 minutes a day mindset, because it's just that important, right? And like I said, if you feel like you don't want to commit to working on your mindset, whether you look at, you know, whether you do Bob Proctor or not, then this isn't for you, period, point blank. All right, and like I said, jot down questions. All right. Now, how can you get into this masterclass for those of you who are not in, or for those of you who are catching this on a replay? Because some people will have this on the replay. All right. The masterclass actually starts the first day, which is the remember it's the second and fourth Friday, right? So the second Friday in June is when it starts, right? And how can you get into this? Right. Some of you are already in my VIP. So if you are already in my VIP, congratulations to you, right? Congratulations to you, right? To the others, right? Now, like I said, in the future, this is going to be, when I say the future, like literally after we finish this 8 weeks, it's sealed and everything is changing, okay? But in the future, this is going to be $15.97 for a year, plus you got to have MLSP, okay? That's plus MLSP, right? And it's $15.97 for the year plus MLSP. While we're going through this first phase, this beta phase that we're doing right now, there's an introductory offer for those of you who are not yet in a VIP. If you catch this on a replay or if you're a guest here, whatever the case may be. And that is $5.97 for the year plus MLSP. All right. Now, it doesn't matter who you have MLSP with, you need to have it. Also, too, all right, I'll be checking to make sure those of you who are already in the VIP especially, all right, making sure that everybody is still active, right? Their account is active because it must stay active, okay? Your account must stay active. If you're at hold time at any time, your account gets goes inactive, right? Then it's over for you, right? It's over for you, right? So that is what you are committing to, right? Because this is the platform that we piggyback off. This is going to give you the most help, right? When it comes to capture pages and things of that nature, right? So if you're like, I don't want that, well, just don't go through it. It is what it is. It ain't no big deal, right? The rest of us will keep winning. That's what it is, right? So this is what it is, right? Now, you have up until, for those of you who are not already in, if you're a guest, you catch this on replay, you have up until the day before the first day. So let me just, I didn't write down a date. Does anybody know what that date is? The first Friday in June? off the top of your heads? Where did I put my phone? It's all right. I'll look at my calendar, guys.
June 12th.
June 12th. Thank you. Thank you. June 12th. Okay. All right. So you have up to June 12th. All right. If you're not already in the VIP, right, to go ahead and get in the VIP, and we'll get you going with MSP if you don't already have it. And that's what it's going to take. Now, remember I told you before, there's two different levels to this per se. I said you got the monthly VIP, and I told you have the yearly VIP. Okay. When you come in through, the package that we're here, this is the yearly VIP. Okay. Now, if you happen to be in because you were in before in my masterclass and you're just on a monthly package, then you're at the monthly VIP. Okay. So what that means is, and I'm going to reinforce so you guys understand. Okay. You got the monthly VIP here, and you got the yearly VIP here. Okay. All right. When it comes to the replays, all right, the replays will be available during the class session, meaning the 8 weeks, the master class. All right. During, right. For the yearly, you'll have access to those replays for the whole year. Okay. Yeah, I know the E's in the wrong spot. I know. Okay, it's all good, right? Also, if you're on the yearly, you're gonna get a one-on-one coaching call with me, right? Throughout that time, you're gonna get a one-on-one coaching call with me if you're on the yearly, not if you're on the monthly. Okay. All right. So you get no coaching call, 0 one-on-one. Okay. All right. Over here, you're also going to get into a drawing for a Amazon Fire tablet, a Fire tablet. Right. We're going to be giving away 2 of those. Okay. You'll be entered in drawing for that if you're on the yearly. If not, nope. And over here, you're going to get and this will come into play when COVID lifts up, but you have like a year to use it. But you're going to get a complimentary vacation stay. This covers the actual hotel stay, okay? Vacation stay of your choice, to destinations like Hawaii if you choose, or if you want to stay local, in the States, then Orlando, right? You're going to get that as well, okay? So yeah, you definitely get some perks over here. Like I said, each one just depends on where you're at and all of that good stuff, and you get more perks over here for obvious reasons, right? There's a different level of commitment from monthly versus yearly, okay? Just do understand that, all right? So that is what you're looking at. That is what we're gonna be kicking off. If you're not already in the VIP, and if for some reason you're not even sure if you're in the VIP, all you gotta do is, once this is over, just message me, if like literally you're not sure. And if you're not already in the VIP, if you want to get in, message me. And if you're in the monthly, you want to get onto the yearly, then message me on that, and I'll let you guys know how to go about that as well. All right, everybody got that? You got thumbs up? Cool, cool. All right, some of y'all can't even see our picture. All right, okay, got the reactions going on. All right, cool. So that is what we got going on. So like I said, at the end of this, for the people who are already in VIP, or that reach out to me and you get added to the VIP, I'm going to give you guys an outline. All right, I'm going to give you guys an outline, so you will have those headlines, right? So you guys will have those headlines that we're going to be learning from, so that way you guys can follow along, take down your notes and all that good stuff, so that you can actually get this process thoroughly, so that you're going to see, right? If you follow this, right, you're going to see a difference between today versus when we finish this class, okay? It's impossible not to learn something. It's absolutely impossible. All right. Now, I thank everybody for coming out. All right. Now, did anybody have any questions at this time? Is there anything that I didn't cover? All right. You can unmute yourselves and let me know if there's anything that I didn't cover for you. We good? Don, you good? Good? Okay. Ain't nobody saying that? So, okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, gotcha, Coach K. All right, some of y'all putting your chat down there.
I got everything but one thing.
Okay, go ahead. It's like 25 people in the chat. Like, what y'all talking about?
Okay, so
I didn't even know y'all was down there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
When you were talking about the $15.97 per year, I was looking up the date, and then I missed what the $597 per year was.
Okay, not a problem. The $1597 is once we finish this initial masterclass,
Mhm.
then the price is going to $1597 for the year.
Oh.
So for the people who get in before this starts, right, that June 12th date that you gave us, right, they'll be able to get in at the beta price, which is the $597 for the year.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 yearly prices. I didn't miss it. What did I miss?
Not a problem, not a problem, not a problem. You know, people who get in early, they get a better deal. There's that.
Yeah,
All
first
right.
responders.
There we go. Exactly. Thank you for that question too, Roger. I appreciate it,
Mhm.
because other people might have missed that too. So, everybody good? Any other questions? All right, that sounds good. Wait, hold on. Let me check this right here, because like I said, I didn't even know y'all was putting it
They
here.
use 𝐘𝐨𝐮 has what is D2 method?
All right, that's going to be talked about on the master class. So if you're on the master class, during that time we talk about it, you'll learn it then, but not before. All right, let me see. All right, I'm looking in the comments here. Okay, Sandra was saying she's not in a place to talk right now. I didn't even see this, guys. Okay, and Karina said, yes, Karina, the 2nd and 4th Friday at 7:30 p.m. All right, and okay, somebody was talking about that. Okay, all right, so I got all the comments there. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys in the chat. Yes, not too late. I'll see you guys in the chat, and anyone who needs to message me, reach out to me, then definitely do that. Other than that, for the people who are already in VIP, make sure that your MLSP membership is up to date and stays active, all right? Otherwise, that will, like, pretty much take you out of the VIP, and if you get removed from the VIP, then you need to pay in at the price that other people are paying in. That's just that. All right. Other than that, I appreciate you guys coming out. You already know this is 𝐘𝐨𝐮'𝐫𝐞, baby, and we're gonna take this right to the top. All right, here we are.